nadie, nadie, nadie. Puro, puro chantaje, puro, puro chantaje. Siempre es a tu manera.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the New Orleans Pelicans at Smoothie King Center. And for New Orleans, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We've got NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans. Right here on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. This is Kevin Harlan. Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans winning their last game against the Grizzlies of Memphis.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
You know, I was surprised to see how comfortable they were in that environment. Shot a very high percentage from way beyond the arc.
Got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Pachulia in at the 5, home in the paint.
Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins, but he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
Now here's Allen, following the miss by Draymond Green.
And we know Tony Allen isn't afraid of physical contact. In fact, he's quite aggressive in seeking it out.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws here tonight. 2 shots. And Allen drops them both. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Outside Curry. There's the dish to Durant. There's a good screen. Off the screen. No good off the back of the rim. And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow, but Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with a team who is committed to him.
Tremendous anticipation by Draymond. He caused a turnover and got them out in transition.
Cousins with it. It's back to Hill. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Hill's got his first 3 points of the game.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Opens up opportunities for everyone, makes the offense its most dynamic.
Out to Thompson. 1:49 left in the first. Curry outside, drains it from beyond the arc.
Oh, that shot by Stephen Curry from the three-point line, he can hit that with his eyes closed.
And Cousins kicks to Holiday. Curry with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Cousins pulls it in. The Pelicans trail. And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. And Golden State also making a change. Iguodala's checked in. Offline with his three.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Outside for Rondo. Davis with a screen on Curry. Here's Rondo. And that one is off. Durant with some nice D. Up the floor. The three. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Stephen Curry, that's a luxury to have a guy that can run off screens and shoot the catch-and-shoot jump shot.
Curry against Rondo. Cousins inside, and it's good for two.
And Cousins just relentless at attacking down low.
The Warriors leading. On the wing, Thompson. Over Allen. That one wide left.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
Rondo kicks to Davis. Over Durant. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Warriors on top. They lead by... And work ethic, a big part of Steph Curry's success, as he was not a highly regarded 5-star recruit coming out of high school.
There's obviously ways that you can get better as a player.
And he's certainly become not only a complete player, but the kind of true star guys that every team is looking to build around.
You know, when he was drafted, Steph was viewed by most scouts as a great shooter. Not a centerpiece, but boy, were they wrong.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
No, right off the tip, it was an ambush, pushing the pace every chance they got.
The star big men pair of Davis and Cousins are up front. Ejuan Moore is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Miller in at the small forward spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Steve, you talk about the value of versatility in the NBA. It's never been higher than I think right now, wouldn't you say?
You're right, Kevin. The reason why is back in the day, a big guy got the rebound, a point guard or a guard would have to come back to bring the basketball up. Now, you see a guy like Anthony Davis, Al Horford, DeMarcus Cousins. They grab the rebound, and you see the shooting guard and the point guard, they getting out and sprinting because they know they have a guy that can bring it up and make the right play at his size.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Here's Rondo. Rondo with another miss. Warriors leading by 6. It's Iguodala with the drive. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Looking now at some numbers for Rondo. Some last season stats for him. Last season, put up about 7 points a game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Clark, he's checked in for New Orleans. And it's Durant missing.
Wow, he had it at point-blank range, but the defense was all over him.
And that one's good by Clark.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now Curry. His last outing, he had 24 points. Pick by West. Off the pick. Good, he hits the jump shot. Curry's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
And it won't be easy for the Warriors to keep everyone on their team for the foreseeable future. But as long, Steve, as their core stays together, they'll be a title threat, no doubt. Are we looking at a dynasty here, Smitty?
You know, Kevin, they have a chance. Their core players on this team, they work so well together. They will always be in contention. They will be able to sign vets for cheap for a long time. It could be a while before someone takes them down.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Green, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Great decision from Draymond to go up into the D there with his big body. Such an intelligent player.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
And here's Livingston. Over Clark. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Warriors lead by 9.
Everybody talks about the 3-ball, but Shaun Livingston understands his game. The mid-range game, he's a master at it.
And Cousins kicks to Hill. Over Durant, and Durant sends it back. And now running up the court, West pushing it up. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Shaun Livingston has really turned his career around, becoming one of those guards that you want to have on your team. He's a luxury because he can handle it and he can post up.
And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Greg has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Use it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Stolen by Holiday. And pushing it up, here's New Orleans. Holiday with the ball.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
It's Curry outside. Crawford with the rebound. Holiday dishes to Crawford. Here's Davis. It's been all about Stephen Curry. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 15 points and 1 steal. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, Ernie, you can just about set it in stone. The best shooter in NBA history. Steph Curry showing and proving in the first half.
Wow. Kenny, let's get your opinion on New Orleans.
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely...
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins,
welcome back, folks. Downtown New Orleans shining brightly tonight, as you can see from this bird's eye view. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Scoring consistently from range. He really lit it up.
Here's Curry. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The sharpshooters, Curry and Thompson, are at the 1 and the 2. Inside, we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. And it's Durant in at the small forward.
Boy, he reads the defense well, makes a nice adjustment. Very dependable.
And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and then all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
Here's Hill, and Thompson sends it back.
Don't underestimate Klay Thompson on the defensive end. Perfect timing on the block.
Durant with the wide-open look. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And now an 11-point Warrior lead. And talking about the Warriors and their ability to build a lead very quickly, the shooting they have, Greg, is a very big part of how they can just bury a team.
It is. Their shooting, especially from deep, but also their defense. One kind of feeds the other in terms of how they can steamroll teams and create that momentum. And only the special teams can put a game away with a 5-minute run, but this is one that has consistently done it over the last 3 years.
Picked by Pachulia. Outside Durant. Releases from 15. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Durant's got 10 points.
Just how they drew it up coming out of the half. 3 straight from the field.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. You know, Smitty, most players love to create with the ball in their hands, but you can create off the ball too. Who do you think's the best at moving off the ball right now?
I think the best is Klay Thompson right now. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles to get you 60, Kevin. Other guys, J.J. Redick, Kyle Korver, Dwayne Wade, even Father Time hasn't caught up with Dwayne Wade. He's doing a nice job playing without the basketball.
Terrific names you rattle off right there. Shot clock at 6. Iguodala with the steal. Durant against Davis. Right side Durant. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
Yeah, but at least he's getting after it on the backboard, but got a little carried away on that one.
When you're assertive, when you're being physical, good things tend to happen, except for the foul calls.
Here's Cousins. And again, no good by New Orleans. Back to Curry. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Davis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pelicans trailed by 11. Rondo passes to Moore. Good on the triple.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Curry kicks to Durant. Green, the screen. Second shot opportunity. Rondo against Curry. Outside for Durant. Again, Durant missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Allen.
Like seeing the activity from Tony Allen down low. No one scares this guy, even when he's taking it amongst the trees.
Durant against Davis. Second shot opportunity. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. You know, for all the great things that Draymond Green does on the basketball floor, perhaps his greatest asset, Steve, is his ability to be a leader. Other MVPs and All-Stars will defer to him to set up the defense and get going on offense.
You know, Kevin, that's what we do at Michigan State. That's the kind of player and leader that Draymond has been his whole career. Doesn't care about stats, only cares about winning. Willing to step up and take the big shot as well.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Rondo. He's covered by Livingston. Rondo dishes to Miller. Passes it to Davis. Over Iguodala. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Get a couple stops, we get a couple runouts, we get into our flow.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Holiday out there with Jordan Crawford. Then it's Miller. Then there's Solomon Hill. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Sinks the three-pointer. Crawford's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Pelicans.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Young against Miller. 6 on the shot clock. The shot. And right through it goes. And the Warriors lead by 7. New Orleans has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And Holiday kicks to Miller. Screen by Cousins. Miller against Young. Miller the pass to Holiday. Miller sets a screen for Hill. Over Young. Hill, no good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Young against Miller. Here's Crawford, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the first one drops. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for New Orleans. Both free throws, good from Crawford. Warriors leading by 5. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Green dishes to Thompson. He feeds it to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 18 points for Steph Curry.
When the basketball's in his hand and he rises up to take a jump shot, you always think he's going to get in. He is starting to catch fire, Stephen Curry.
Crawford with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Crawford kicks to Cousins. To the inside, Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo! One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Puts it up from 12. Again, Golden State.
The silky smooth jumper from mid-range, a KD special.
Pelicans trail by 8. And Holiday kicks to Davis. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Pachulia. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Misses the 3.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
Davis with a screen on Green. Hill kicks to Cousins. Over Pachulia. That shot misses. So Golden State will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. From 11 feet away, Curry's shot is off.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Crawford. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Thompson from long range. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Thompson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're down by 11. 51 seconds left in the fourth. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And his touch from long range has been money. He's totaled 4 3-pointers on a very efficient night of shooting. And that's what turned a good game for him into a great one.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Allen's checked in for Jordan Crawford. Allen, that's good.
Really like how Allen lets his offense come to him naturally. Does not rush anything, just takes good, high-quality shots.
Thompson, a screen on Holiday. 30 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Curry passes to Green. And stolen by Cousins.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
There's some big-time teaching moments tonight. Hopefully, they become a better team for it.
Here's Curry with the 3. Allen with the rebound. Holiday left side. And here's Hill for 3. No good. So we see the Warriors get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.